Let's meet the party panel. I'm Kennedy. All right, should we all donate money to the Clinton Foundation while we still legally can buy some influence? Let's ask our fire retardant party panel. That means it's stopping the fire. Tonight it's Katherine Timpf, National Review reporter and the Greg Gutfeld Show correspondent. She's joined in the middle by Michael Malice, Observer columnist and decorated author. And also tonight, Fox News contributor Julie Roginsky. Julie, you're not necessarily outnumbered. It depends on the topic.
Well, no, I'm a little offended. You really think U2's music is tired?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why so many people were mad when it automatically showed up on their phone. If it were wide awake, people would be like, yes, free music.
No.
It's for paleontologists, you know.
What's wrong with you people?
Some people like dinosaur rock.
Wrong.
Okay.
Across the silver screen.
How hard are the Clintons scrambling right now to get those foreign donations before the election?
Exactly. If they don't have to stop before, they'll just say, hey, give us the money now, and then when I'm president. Also, the whole, okay, when they're president thing, or when Hillary's president, then we won't do that anymore. That wouldn't be appropriate. That'd be a conflict of interest. Isn't that saying that it was also a conflict of interest while she was Secretary of State? They're trying to say that it wasn't then,
or
but
a
it
United
is now.
States Senator?
Exactly. So how is it any different now? I don't understand how people are getting away with saying, okay, we will, but no, there wasn't anything wrong with what she did.
Yeah, you know what? If this is a good charity and they're doing the Lord's work, why
not
would you
continue?
ever shut it down or have someone step down?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the things where the Trump people complain about media bias, and I think they have a point. Because people forget that the Clinton impeachment in the 90s started with the investigation of Chinese money and Chinese influence under Bill Clinton's campaign and then presidency. So this has been going on with them for decades, and in their defense, they've never had to account for it or answer to anyone had any repercussions. So why wouldn't they milk this cow for all it's worth?
No, they absolutely are. And it's interesting because if she, for some reason, and you and I both agree that she's going to win.
Yeah.
I think she's a horrible person, and it would make me very sad if she became president.
Really? Because the alternative is Donald Trump, so I don't know how sad you'd be.
No, I'm probably going to be a little sniffly
both counts.
after Election Day. But if she loses, no one's going to care about the foundation anymore. That's the amazing thing. The whole thing's going to fall apart because what's the point? There's no more favor to curry if she's not going to be president.
In fairness, I think the foundation was started. Well, that's not true, actually. The foundation was started when she was a senator, so really there was always favor to curry.
Great job.
I have said, and I agree with you from day one, that the minute she became Secretary of State, but you brought up the senator point, which I think is a good one, they shouldn't have had the foundation, or at least Bill Clinton should have put it in a blind trust, have other people run it, distance himself. It's a conflict, and it's clearly a conflict, and you can't defend it.
I mean, but the incredible thing is it's always been their staff going back and forth. It's always been the same people, the same cronies. There is no differentiation. There is no blind trust. It's going to be people who've been working with them for decades.
Yeah, but day one, when they went into the White House, Hillary Clinton got the travel office, nonpartisan government bureaucrats fired and their lives ruined just for the sake of, in her words, getting our people in. This is her MO. This is how they always work. The ruthlessness and the demand for loyalty. Susan Thompson, whatever her name was, went to jail because she wouldn't testify against Hillary. That's what the kind of secrecy and loyalty she demands from the beginning. That's why they used to call her the Lady Macbeth of Little Rock.
Yeah, and that's how they sewed up all those superdelegates as well, is relying on strong-arming and making promises to all those people in exchange for...
Also, she won more votes than the other guy.
She did. No, there's no doubt about that. But the whole slippery superdelegate slope.
But don't forget, she lost the superdelegates to Obama in 08. So I don't know how much she was strong-arming people back then. So
yeah, but she learned the lesson. She had to go back to the old Clintonian.
They were strong-arming people in 2008, and you can't blame them.
I'm scared of the Clintons.
What are you scared of?
What do you mean, what am I scared of? They're like the most powerful people ever. They can do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter. She said before she was Secretary of State, she promised to conduct business with the Clinton Foundation in a way that wouldn't even give not only no conflict, but the appearance of conflict. Every day we're hearing about a new appearance of conflict. She doesn't feel accountable to anybody, not even standards she sets for herself, and that only will get worse if she has power of being the president.
But here's the problem for Donald Trump on this and for Republicans in general. If you think that, and by the way, I don't disagree with you on anything you just said, but if you think that, for the most part, if this is the definitive issue that you're voting on, you're already not voting for her. And the problem...
No, not necessarily. I mean, her poll numbers do seem to be tied to not only the investigation and the case that he laid out, but the unfavorability is so high. Because I know, because there's more emails, there's more of a trove, there are no answers, and instead of addressing it, they just get defensive. But let's talk about Donald Trump a little bit.